My name is Kyle from Hantu.
My name is Naqiah from True Horror Stories POV.
My name is Eugene Tay from Supernatural Confessions.
And this is the SSF Podcast.
So, what is SSF? That stands for the Something Strange Festival. And the Something Strange Festival is a celebration of all things fantastical, mystical, and the macabre. And with me are the Singapore's top content creator for horror. And with these guys around, you can bet your last dollar that there'll be a ghost story to share tonight.
Oh, he really pressure already.
Yes. He set the expectation very high.
Yeah.
So you all have to, tune into the end to get some ghost stories. So that's how this podcast will work. We will share with you about the Something Strange Festival. Then towards the end, then we will share with you some ghost stories.
Specialty bits.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you are a fan of the supernatural, you may know us or follow our social media. But that being said, I'm actually very confused. Why are we even here to do this podcast, man? Like, this is...
Okay, so to answer about why this podcast, we got to first answer what and why the Something Strange Festival must happen. See, because as we all know, horror content creators. As a horror content creators, we've all been working silo, producing content, and we see that the very small but robust community is growing very much. And we have like fans who meet up with us sometimes, and they always watch this channel and they will say, talk about Naqiah and talk about Kyle. So we thought, why not put something together called the Something Strange Festival, like a event or a big festival where fans of horror content, content creators can unite and come together. But you know what? It's so tough to get the word out, especially in this day and age.
True.
Like, frankly, horror content is like the forgotten child of the content creators world.
Some even say taboo. You can't even say horror,
You love it, but you won't want to talk about it. So we are creating this podcast with Hantu and POV Horror and Supernatural Confessions coming together because we want to make as much noise as possible and we need your help to make it happen. And also this podcast is to share with you behind the scenes stuff to get you on board with us for this journey, which is going to take place on June 12th, 2025.
Right. Okay, so just correct me if I'm wrong, but basically this podcast is going to talk about how easy it is setting up a festival.
It's not easy. Hey, we got rejected already by sponsors.
Am I digging out grave here?
Yeah, we will share the tea. I know even though this is horror theme, I know a lot of Singaporeans love tea So we'll share some tea.
Oh man.
We won't say who but we share some tea that we face we will rant because we just came off from our exco meeting So there's a lot of things that were discussed. There were a lot of things that may or may not go our way. So we will share a little bit about our challenges. But if you're a sponsor, the details down below. You can reach us to us. Sorry, I have to sell. But I mean, I'm not forgetting people who actually are helping us. Just want to give a shout out to TVC Studio, where this is shot. It's a beautiful place. In a very, very good neighborhood for horror, which is Yishun. If you want to shoot something that's nice, that's clean, come down to this studio. And also the smoke is also provided by PMI gear. So
Awesome.
See, we got to lay the foundation, bro.
Give thanks to the people that help us.
Right.
But if you want to be thanked, you can help us. Then we'll thank you also on the next episode.
Okay, so going back to how easy it is to set up this festival from ground up. Actually, this is not the first time, right? You're doing this festival, right? Bro, tearing up already. So this is not the first time, right?
No.
Yes.
2024 was our pilot program, and that was only 3 days. And with the help of the community, volunteers who are Supernatural Confessions patrons coming, stepping up to help me with that. And it took an entire village just to run a 3-day festival with a dining experience, tour experience, storytelling experience. And you may think, just dining, what's wrong? Finding the right chef, the right kind of food, people's allergy, finding the right location. I mean, if it's just going to be a restaurant, no big deal, right? Anyone can just go anywhere. Yeah. But we held it at Changi in an old colonial chalet facing Old Changi Hospital.
Oh my God.
So finding location is an issue. Yep. Then this is not even talking about marketing yet.
Right.
Then next day we have the live show. So live show is something we have done before many times, but this time we are doing it at an equally haunted location.
Right.
Golden Mile.
Right.
So there's a lot of planning, a lot of organization and logistics, and Lord knows I'm not the most meticulous person when it comes to admin. So, but thankfully I've got people like Elwin to help me out, Salim to help me out.
Awesome.
Also my wife Grace to jump in. So really bringing everyone and anyone together. And you know what the other thing is? How to make money?
Yeah.
How?
Horror, right?
Horror, you know.
Because you can't charge high ticket. You don't exploit your community.
Right.
And you can't get sponsors, at least not in a very short span of time.
Right.
And so you just, everything out of own pocket lah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And also like, ticket sales lah. People actually do pay for tickets. So we just
Right.
kind of cover up by kind of net.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which
about
is a
it.
good thing.
So basically, you're telling me it comes out from your own pocket. Can I say that this is out of passion?
Oh, he has got to come out of passion first.
Yeah.
Like no one does. I'm sure the three of us sitting here, we're not doing it for profit in how we started and even not now.
Right.
We got to do it for passion first. And somewhere along the way, we hope, right, that our passion kind of pays itself.
True, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, horror
That
is
being
some.
said, sponsors.
Yeah.
So you play the set music.
At this point, I just put a flashing thing. You put a rolling ticker.
permanent banner, bro. Please.
Slow-mo, set music, banner rolls.
What more do you want from us? Okay, sorry, Kyle, you were saying?
No, so I was saying like, I've been doing this for about 5 years already, doing horror. Then I've actually tried out reaching out to all kinds of sponsors. I even tried out Kim Chua Tiam. You sell the Kim Chua, the paper, the incense burner things where you know, for the Chinese lah.
Yeah.
They also rejected me. Basically, they told me this thing sells themselves. I don't need you to promote for me.
Oh my God.
So it's actually really tough to as a horror creator. It's because
Right.
it's such a niche, right?
Yep.
And Southeast Asia, we are quite pangtang. So the brands will be like, horror. I don't want to be known with horror.
Correct. They don't want to be associated with the horror
But see,
genre.
the funny thing is, people say they don't want to be associated with horror. But you know that according to Netflix, horror has grown
Yes.
twice,
Correct.
twofolds, right? Since pre-COVID to
Correct,
now. From
yes.
80% to 30%. We have seen Singapore's like premier horror house,
Yep.
USS, have seen growth in their enrollment.
Yeah.
Viewership have grown.
Right.
So we know the audience is out there.
Right.
1.9 million copies of True Singapore Ghost Stories sold in 20 years. Like, you guys are there. But where are you guys?
Right.
So I think we need to make noise about
Yes.
this. We need to bring really everyone together because sponsors and commercial entities need to know that
Yes.
horror is vibrant.
Right. Right,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. I totally agree. Yeah, and this is the part where we actually want to emphasize on the importance of this event, Something Strange Festival that is happening on the 12th
Of June.
of June till the 22nd. It's actually an 11-day event. Yeah. So don't tell me you cannot make time. It's 11 freaking days. Okay. Oh, she's angry already.
Yeah, she is. The passion come out already. This is the passion that's behind the horror.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to kill the horror in Singapore, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you would want it to, last.
Continue to flourish.
Because you all enjoy it, right? So show it to us,
Yeah, because I'm sitting here and I'm kind of wonder as well, and I guess the audience are also wondering, right?
Yeah.
Like, three of us coming together to do SSF, but how did each of our individual journey come about? Like we talked about passion just now, right?
Yeah.
So you were how old is POV horror?
Oh, very young. I am like only 18. No, I'm just kidding.
lah, bukan lu lah, your channel age
Oh, my
lah.
channel. I thought my age.
Never ask a woman to her age.
Okay, so I think 2019. 2019.
Why at COVID time?
Yes.
So
About
how
the
did you
same
get
time,
started into that? Like, because COVID was boring or what happened?
Basically that I had a lot of free time. I didn't need to go to office. So I decided to just reenact my traumas, my life traumas. And then, then POV happened.
And
Yeah.
and I think POV boom from like the second video, right? I remember the night jogger, the
Fourth.
midnight jogger.
That's the fourth. Yeah.
So midnight jogger boom, and then you guys like broke 300,000 subscribers in like short span of time.
Yeah, and that's our first time being on your show as well.
Yes,
I remember. He was so nice. I was telling him like, bro, I cannot story tell. Like I I cannot. And then he was like, no lah, you can, very nice. But I know I like SHIT.
You should check out the video quality then and the video quality that she has now. Very different.
Growth.
And for Kyle with Hantu as well, you guys have been around for 5 years, right? And you started off, I remember, just podcast only. and didn't want to show face at all. So how was your growth like?
So I started around the same time, and COVID accelerated my growth also because naturally the next thing you do when you're in lockdown is to listen to ghost stories for some reason, right? I started because my day job is I'm a filmmaker, so I do a lot of directing and producing. So naturally you want to do a feature film or TV show, then you knock on doors. People also don't really trust you because you don't really have a track record, but you have a script. So we shopped around. Ideas were not matched. There were some creative differences. So in the end, we didn't do it with my team. But then we were like, hey, we have these stories, right? Why don't we just do it as a podcast to try see the method works or not? So we went in podcast, and then it did lah. And the reason why we actually show face is because we felt that there's an eventuality where the stories, that kind of narrative stories would run out, because we do more narrative that as to talk shows. Then we wanted to push our growth a little bit more, so we tested out with the live shows like similar to yours, but a bit more open. Ours is 2 hours 30 minutes long.
Wow.
It's really no whole bar. There was one time we did 3 hours and 30 minutes, which is quite xiao. So we talk about everything horror on those shows. So and then it helped with our growth, and eventually we did other stuff too . Yeah.
Wow.
But do you know, actually, funnily, we met prior to that. So I was invited to, this is a very random fact, guys.
Yeah.
I was invited to to join this competition, and then I submitted my midnight jog video. And then we won. And then the prize was exclusive interview with Kyle and Wade.
Yeah. It was a Halloween thing that we worked with another brand. I forgot the brand's name. I'm sorry.
And I was like, okay, awesome. Oh my God, me and my husband were so thrilled. And it was via Zoom, right? Because COVID, right? And then fast forward till I think last year, and then he DM me. He was like, "You want to go on Tales or Incredible Tales?" Then I was like, "Bro, I want to say I know you," but then I just swallow
cool.
in. Yeah, keep it cool. And then when I met him in person,
Hey, no lah.
Then I met him in person. I was like, "Bro, you know right? We met before." Then actually I know.
was so cool.
He never tell me.
No, because I don't want to make it weird, it's so long ago. It was before COVID, I believe. It was so long ago.
But it's funny.
It is funny. It is. I mean, thanks for sharing that story. Actually, a lot of people don't know that we actually know each other. I also met Eugene early days. And Eugene was like, hey, you want to come on my show? And I said no, because he always give me hell for that. But it's not because I songbong or anything. It's just that
very tao
at that point, in 2019, I wasn't ready to be on camera. Because I'm a filmmaker, so I always direct people.
Understand.
I hide behind the camera. Then I wasn't ready. Then until a certain point, then we tried. Even then, Wayne was much better. You go and watch the first episode of Dead Air. I can tell you for a fact I look damn awkward because I was very, very uncomfortable.
Right.
So it's also a personal growth kind of thing. Yeah, but to give where credit is due, if you find your niche and you're really good at it, you really find your people. Then and just it's a fact. You can look at our channels, right? Hantu is the smallest. Hantu is the smallest among these two giants.
Smallest meaning
Hantu
two
also-
people.
Subscribers.
No lah, we don't look at that.
No,
We
it's of course you have to look at subscribers, ma.
By the way, Hantu also did Tales from Incredible Tales. Go and look at Tales from Incredible Tales.
Yeah,
numbers.
exactly.
That one not
Produce
small.
that. Hello, that one
different.
exactly.
That one different. I don't own it, okay?
Different, okay.
That one different.
Yeah, he's right. I always give him hell for that because when I met him, we met at Paya Lebar.
Yeah, I remember.
Second floor, one of the coffee shop there.
Right.
And I was like, oh, you do Hantu, I do Hantu show as well. Like, come on, let's get on each other's show. And I think the numbers were what, 20,000? It was very small back then for SC. And then he goes like, no. And he's very stoic, right?
Yeah.
No. Then I said, okay lah, I'm rejected. Sure lah, right? Then later on I see, oh, he rejected because I don't do video.
Then
So
you
okay
see?
lah. Now that I go online YouTube. Hey, how come he's doing video now? Yeah, so I always give him help for that lah.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a good thing that you actually went out of your comfort zone,
Yeah.
and that's where we are at now.
Yeah.
Three, I would say misfits, but actually we fit well, right? In a very
We
weird.
fit well in our own category.
Yeah.
we are the fits in the misfits.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Oh my
agree. Oh, that's
goodness.
nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But I gotta say, I'm a big fan of both your shows. I listen
Likewise,
to
man.
Likewise.
Likewise.
Yeah.
So
Anything horror.
anything horror. So I guess where we are at now, you guys are listening in. There's a few ways you can help out. First of all, if you're a sponsor, we do need help with that. If you're a commercial entity and you're not big, you don't have a lot of sponsorship dollars, but you kind of want to back this festival up in some way and form in your products, well, reach out to us. I think we can work something out with you. If you're content creators, young content creators, someone just starting up and you know the struggles, how painful it is to grow your channel, and you spend hours putting out a video and the only people who watch it is your father, mother and brother, so it's like 3 viewers. Very painful. We know how it starts.
Correct.
We want to invite you for this festival as well, and perhaps some way and form find out new talent, nurture you guys. Or if you are a professional or semi-pro, amateur, and you have been in the industry long enough and maybe you have retired and then you go like, wow, there was no festival back in my days, I want to join these guys. We welcome you too.
Yeah. And on top of that, because this is a something strange festival, we are also actually looking for people who fit the criteria of being strange. But how do you define strange? It's actually up to you guys. So just for an example, it can be you have a strange ability, okay, aka third eye, and then strange obsession with something, strange talent, anything strange at all. You can actually come forth and audition for us. Okay, more details on that to be said next time. I forgot I'm in charge of that. Oh my God. Okay. But yeah, sure. Tune in. Yeah. Okay. I think we digress quite a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we go back. Okay. To
The challenges.
The challenges. Yes. So you all know our backstory. So now, why actually this year you decided to actually tag team with us? I mean, come together and like do this.
I've always wanted the idea of a festival to be all inclusive. And the first year had been very, because it's a pilot, it was organized, run primarily by Supernatural Confessions.
Got it.
And I wanted to expand that breadth into including other content creators.
Right.
So I needed to call people I know, my friends who I know for a fact if I pick up the phone and call them, they're not going to say no.
Sorry, post.
Right? But not just that. It's not that just to try to bang on their friendship for them to say no. I need to sell them the idea why they needed to be in this. So when I talk about the Something Strange Festival and its idea and its concept behind it, I think they all felt that this was very much needed. And we know how hard it is to run a festival alone. Like if POV were to run it alone or Hantu were to just organize it alone, then we had 3 siloed different events. And what's the point, right? And why not come together?
Right.
Lead the charge ahead, and then everyone else can benefit from that. And I imagine like 5 years, 10 years down the road, where we finally like kind of retire from this, right? Maybe we just come back down as guest hosts. Like a newer generation of content creators would be in this seat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My God.
They are also popping out already. I'm seeing signs of new like Gen Z horror creators already. They are popping up. In fact, Jenny also. So
Gen A also.
Have.
Wow,
Yeah, but
okay.
small but growing.
Right.
But so it's great that he's doing it, because I remember when we did Incredible Tales, right, and then we started inviting other creators. People loved it. It's like an amazing crossover.
Right.
Yeah, it's like seeing your favorite superhero on another superhero show or something. I'm not saying we're superheroes. We're horror creators. It's two different distinctions, but just an example.
Sorry. Art, shout out to Art. No.
Trying to make it happen lah. We'll see.
Guys, make it happen.
Yeah, stop asking me about season 3. Come on, stop.
Yeah, season 4? No? See? Think ahead, guys. Okay, so anyway, I actually have never actually thanked you in person for actually inviting POV over to actually be part of this event lah. To be honest, I love the idea of all of us horror content creators coming together as one instead of us fighting with one another. Because I don't feel that it's really like, I don't think of it as a competition, because if I love something, right, I would want to be in all of it. Like when you mentioned who doesn't love horror stories, I would listen to yours, and anyone else under the sun, as long as it suits as long as it's horror. To me, right? So I really appreciate you actually calling us on board. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome, guys. And I just want to quote Alvin when he was saying this. Alvin's the guy who runs ops behind the scenes.
Right.
Yep.
He listens to all our channels as well.
Yep.
And we were talking about it. It's like, we could take a single story, pass it to you and myself, and we will all produce it and tell it in a different way.
Oh, yeah.
So there is absolutely no competition. It's not like audience can only watch one channel and not the other. And like what you say, we watch all channels. As horror enthusiasts, the more the merrier. Come on, just hit me
Exactly,
with it.
right?
Yeah.
That's what I think also. Okay, so going back to just now you mentioning that the current challenges,
Yeah.
aside from sponsors,
Yeah.
any other challenges like supernatural perhaps?
Okay. We talk about the physical realm one.
Physical
Physical realm now is we are looking at locations.
All right.
That may be a bit hard. We cannot say where it is right now, but because of the sponsor that is involved, potential sponsor that is involved. But definitely is something that we are struggling with. So if you are a location person, you know who, let us know down below. And also definitely the resources because we have to work with limited resources, and Eugene, he has very bravely, in a way bravely, said that he will take out a loan of $50,000 to fund this thing. I mean, who does that? That's nuts I'm sorry bro, but it's crazy but really respect, because he said that I will put money where my mouth is, and I'll show you guys that this is the seed money, and we'll see what we can do. And honestly, to get sponsorship money there's a lot of strings attached and TNC. So it's good to know that there's some backing, but we also need to be very prudent with our spending. We have a lot of great ideas, like ideas that will blow you guys over, but then Singapore is expensive Singapore is really expensive. So that's the challenge that we are currently facing That's for me
Funny enough, there was no supernatural encounters in the making of this video or so far in the past few festivals.
Yeah. Or you have something to add, Naqiah?
Okay, I do. Okay, so the thing is, I don't know if this is a good sign or a bad sign. Okay, because honestly, things are usually opposite on my end. So I've had recurring dreams about this event. Okay, and then in the dream it goes south. Okay, but in my belief, usually it's the opposite. Dreams always tell you opposite. I don't know if you all have this belief or not.
I don't know.
Oh, no. Okay. So I was like thinking, oh my God, like what's going on? Like, why do I keep dreaming about this? But then whenever we have the meetings, right, then I'll be like assured, like, okay, chill, everything is okay. Maybe it's my anxiety, maybe it's my overthinking, Yeah, so, but the dream is pretty scary, aside from the fact that, but things are derailing, like in my dreams, like derail, But
As in like scary, as in like ghost scary, or like
ghost scary.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so maybe I edit too much of your 2004 video because like I think you did mention that when you were doing the live show last year, right? Things happened. So when I was looking at the videos and the photos, maybe maybe I accidentally get some negative energy.
As in, like, what happened?
Something.
Okay, so speaking of the 2024 Something Strange
I'm
Festival.
so sorry I brought it up.
Which was held at, it was day 2, was held at Golden Mile, the projector. So we were given one of the rooms, and that room, according to the sound guy, he says, this place is haunted. Sometimes when we were doing late shift, you could see people sitting there on the chair, right? And the place is closed, there's nobody. So we know, we just ignore, we just let the person sit there, we go off. And one of the main problems in that particular room is that technology will just go kaput, and they cannot understand why. They will just reset and it's okay again. Lights will go off, mic will have crackling sound and all that. So already believing that in theatre or in theatre customs, when you do shows, you always have to pai first, give offerings. So I came down with offerings and everything. And I stood there, the doors were closed, right? People were not there yet. I said, spirits of this place, I respect your domain and I come as a guest and I come with offering. If you want to screw up and you do not let me run my show, you turn off the lights now, I will know and I will cut the show now, I will leave.
Wow.
I call bluff. I wasn't going to leave. Right?
Wait, you did this alone?
Alone.
Wow.
I mean, Jonathan was somewhere else with a joystick as well. And I said, if you're not cutting off the light now, I will take it as you give me approval and you're not cutting any of my technology later. Okay? Then I go and pai, put all the joysticks in all the corner. And one place I forgot to asap was the backstage. I only asap. I smoked the front area, the audience area.
Right.
So later on, during the show, when the show started and everything, people started seeing shadowy creatures coming out from behind the screen to join us on the seat. And one of my guests who was telling her story, she had a third eye.
Right.
And she kept looking like behind me and I asked her, is there anything behind me? Then she's like, do you really want to know now?
On stage?
On stage.
Oh my God.
Then, of course, later on, she told me actually there's a woman standing right between me and John. And there were people in the audience who also had a third eye. About 9:45, 10 o'clock, they left. They stood outside. They said, I cannot. I was very nauseous and headache because I could sense the energy coming out from the backstage into the front area, spilling over.
Okay.
One child started crying and told the mother, I can see monster. Then Alvin and Salim, that later on they didn't go backstage. They walked in and Salim felt it was crowded. And when he turned, he thought he saw faces looking at him. He quickly did his stuff. He ran. Alvin as well. And these are people who are, not with a third eye.
Right.
So generally that place was quite haunted. But surprisingly, even the sound guy was surprised. He says, no technical error.
Oh.
So
your pai works.
Pai works.
Yeah.
They just go to the backstage lah.
They
chill
find
at
your
the backstage.
loophole in your prayers.
This one is what, the projector?
The projector, yeah.
Red room?
Blue room, I think.
Blue room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Blue room.
I always felt that level, right, quite jalat.
Your office used to be there, right?
My office out on top lah. Yeah. My office, another story lah. For another time. That one rabak also, that one. I wish you would have came.
So basically the building.
Not all.
Oh.
Certain parts of the building I think quite okay. There is a yin spots like where
Right.
it's extremely dark and a lot of energy. It's usually projectors, like the cinema lah. Like there's another Indian cinema right there. That one also because no light ma. No light
Right.
enters the place, so it's
Right.
extremely dark. Like toilets also is usually a lot.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe your old office accessible? No?
No.
no.
I mean, it's still it's
Oh,
still
someone else lah,
someone
yeah.
else lah.
Oh.
But I can tell you the unit number. But the old office, my old office okay. My office is very good. Actually, our business went up
Okay.
because
The ghost helped him.
the
Yeah.
ghost helped me because the I mean lah, like all the realtors, right, they'll be like, oh, the previous tenant took over then within 2 years they moved to bigger office. Okay.
Oh.
Wow, they can actually say that.
They say this place is very hot one. Then I took. Okay, business actually went up. Then COVID happened. Then then it like rental went crazy lah. I didn't want to renew because landlord, they want to double the
Yeah.
rent. I didn't left because of ghost stories, but I left because I felt that the rent wasn't fair. But
He left because of something scarier.
no, yeah, rent, yes.
Rental.
But that place is very nice. I sometimes I do miss that place. But on my floor, all the way at the end, there's a unit there's nobody rent on, haunted.
Are
You want to tell us a
serious?
ghost story now? Because we got a ghost story slot
Oh
today
my
for
god,
us.
yeah.
You
man.
just told one what? Okay
Yeah.
lah, I guess I'll tell
yeah.
mine lah. So
Or you want to bait until next episode? So okay, yep.
So the way Golden Mile Tower office they work is that is you come out the lift, there's a long corridor, then it's like left, right, all office.
Okay.
Okay. But for some reason, right, this design right is very weird because when you go in the corridor, there's a red door. So you open the double door, then you go in left, right. Then at the end, there's another double door that leads to the rubbish chute. So you throw the rubbish there, and on the right side is like a washing station for you to wash stuff lah. Then for some reason, right, on the left there's a unit. That unit is extremely big, like maybe 2,000 square feet, kind of big. So it's like its own unit, but it's at the end.
Okay.
You're isolated from the others. Your neighbor is essentially the washing station and the rubbish chute. So I think that one energy already very in because
Yeah.
you're so isolated. And to go to the toilet, you have to go all the way down the corridor, which is right back where you came from the lift.
Okay.
Yeah, there. So that one, we went to see that unit also. We saw 3 units, one at Golden Mile Complex, which no longer in use, which I don't like, also look very haunted. Then I saw my old unit, which I really like, but a bit expensive. Then I go and see the big unit. She didn't open the door for me,
Oh.
Yeah. She bring me, they say, Kyle, you see? Then I can see like a bit uneasy.
Hesitant, okay.
Then I asked her, so this one how much? 700 only.
700 per month?
The moment she told me, and this was like 2019 pricing.
Still.
Yeah,
Wait.
she told me 700 for about close to 2,000 square feet. I don't know if it's 2,000. It's somewhere around there, very, very long. My eyebrow like,
something is wrong somewhere.
Yeah, then I can feel,
Yeah.
and I cannot see, but I can feel like this place not right. Then
Something Strange headquarters will be there. 700
right.
Cam, let's go.
I don't know if it's still around. Maybe someone took it. But here's the kicker, okay? So I went to ask around, okay? I asked my dad, who used to be a police officer.
Okay.
And he told me, if I'm not wrong, right, that floor that you need, I think got something happened. Like murder or something. I'm not saying it's murder, but he did tell me that he used to patrol around the area. He said something happened that unit. Wow. Then he said, yeah. Then I said, I guess that's why nobody took it. And then I asked around, right? Yeah, the unit haunted. I asked around the neighbors.
Wow.
They
What
don't
were some of the
say.
stories? No stories. Like specifics.
No specifics. But I do know that people around that whole stretch, right, all left at 6. So it's all like accounting firm, law firm, engineering firm, all the
Right. No one would OT, yeah.
atas one lah. Then they left all. So production
Yep.
media, we always wait until late.
Yeah.
So sometimes we go and throw rubbish, right? I can feel something staring at me at the back.
Wow.
My hair stand, bro. Like 12 a.m. I go and throw rubbish.
Wow.
Then I start telling my interns and my back then my full timer, I say, hey, you all don't go alone, you all go together. That place it just give me the creeps. I cannot take it. Yeah, I don't feel good there. So I try not to throw rubbish. If I throw rubbish, I throw with my friend. I say, hey, together. I scared. Yeah, I very scared. I cannot. Yeah, but only one creepy thing happened to me there. I don't know if it's the same spirit from that corner unit, or is it just the spirits that are around that level. So it was like during the Hungry Ghost month, around like 10 plus, we had dinner. Then I had a friend who rented the unit opposite me. So we went for dinner, then we came back to do work, right? 10 plus there, I thought, I need to use the toilet. I go toilet, do my business. So the toilet is a very old office kind of toilet, and the door will creak one. So there's 3 cubicle. So I go in, 3 cubicle. I always use the last one. Because I try to defy the whole ghost thing. I use the last one so the ghost will not come and haunt me. Then I use the last one. I used finish already. Then as I was leaving, I walk towards the basin. I wash my hand. Then I open the door. Behind the door creak a bit. The thing about the door is that it's very old, so it will sometimes creak back. So that's normal. That one is expected. But after the creak, I heard someone behind me.
Wow, cannot already.
Wow, straight away I
already.
like siao liao lah. Like straight away open door, I walk very fast. Then it's very screwed up because the security officers, they will go and patrol, right? They patrol every floor. They hardworking lah. But they patrol every floor, right? They them screw up. They always switch off the lobby lights. So when you go out of the toilet, it's all black.
All black.
The lobby is black. Then you go in the double, then got light. Then I damn dulan sia. Then I fast walk, I on back the light, then I go, then I take my bag. I say, hey guys, I'm not working, I go home already, bye. Because I got it. Maybe the spirit not happy already. Like, hey, you stay so late. And I need to point out, I haven't prayed yet. Because for business, when you do business, for 7 months, usually you pray for the local spirits. So I haven't prayed yet. I forgot to do it. So I think it was like telling, hey, you, where my money? No money.
The literally,
Hey, bro, where's the money? So, so that was it. That's quite creepy. Yeah.
Wow, okay, please tell me the location.
Later.
Off camera.
Later kena sue sia.
Off camera. And I'll try my best to drag my husband to follow me. Okay, anyway, before we actually end off this first ever episode of Something Strange Festival podcast, I just want to remind the listeners out there once again that we are actually looking for people to audition for the strange role that they may possess. Right? Very simply, you just record yourself doing whatever you think that qualifies as strange, however you define strange, and then you can just upload it into a said account. More details are up on our SSF Instagram page, I reckon.
And the
description below.
Yeah.
Yes. So any last words from the bosses here?
No last words.
No last words,
Well,
sponsors?
Click like and share and get everyone excited. If you are excited and you're watching this all the way to the end, I bet you are. So click like, share, leave a comment, and get all your friends involved as well.
Right.
Yeah, next episode we'll have Naqiah tell her ghost stories.
Oh,
Tell you her ghost stories power one.
Oh, you arrow me lah. Okay. Oh yeah. Actually, I just wanna say that because we haven't really said what's gonna be in for the program, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys want to know and you all cannot wait, right, you can actually follow our Instagram and also on our TikTok. We will have updates.
Down below.
Down below. He very good one. His line is down below.
Down below.
Yeah, down below. Easy, down below.
Down below.
See, down below. Everything is down below.
Okay, so thank you all once again for tuning in to Something Strange Festival podcast.
We'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
And remember, the strangest things are the ones that yet to be discovered.
Ooh.